Scott here again. Today we're doing a traditional Mexican style dish which is often known as chili mince. So we're going to keep calling it that, and we're going to serve it with some corn chips and some sour cream. So again, another nice hearty dish, especially if you're out fatting, getting your protein via your mince and also good sauce from the red kidney beans. So we'll get straight into it. I've got a pot on the stove heating up. We're going to add to that a wee bit of oil. And we want to get that oil nice and hot, and to that we're going to add a diced onion. So in goes that onion. And then we're going to add on our mince. In the recipe I've said about 400 grams of mince, which will feed around about 4 people, especially if you're serving it with corn chips. And of course accompanied with something like a nice green salad. To that we're going to add, again depending on your taste, a teaspoon of chili paste. If you can get fresh chilies, then use fresh chilies. But the chili paste really works a treat. And we're wanting to actually start moving that mince around, starting to brown it off. So what I'm using the back of my spoon to basically make sure the mince is completely squashed, for a better term. So we're actually making sure there's no raw meat stuck in the middle. So once that starts to brown off, we're then going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste and stir that through to get that releasing its flavours. Then we're adding a can of crushed tomatoes and then adding a bit of water to the can, about half a can of water, and on top of that. And we're going to stir that through, and then we bring that up to the boil and we're going to turn that down to simmer for around about 10 minutes. A wee bit of black pepper there at that stage. I'll check the salt later on once I've added the beans. So we're using a red kidney bean, and I've drained these of the brine. These are in a brine, so of course there's salt in brine, so we're not going to add much more salt unless we really need it. So after that it had the 10 minutes of simmering, you're then going to add the kidney beans to it. And just do a little bit of a change over here. So this batch has already had the chili beans added to it, so they've already gone into the mixture. It's reduced down, so it's heated up nicely. So at this stage you can bring over your corn chips. Now it's your preference whether you're going to heat these up or just leave them cold. That's just a personal preference. So then on goes your mince with your beans. You could finish it with some grated cheese if you want, but I find a nice dollop of sour cream on top of that, and then our good old chopped parsley to finish it off. And there you have our chili mince with the corn chips and the sour cream. I hope you give that one a try. I'm Scott in the QTV kitchen. Hi, Scott here again in the kitchen. Continuing our theme, farmers market, we're using some wonderful topside steaks of lamb from Leland's Gourmet Lamb today, with some wonderful vegetables, again sourced fresh from the market. We've got some cauliflower, some celery and some carrot, and I've also got some chopped silver beet here as well. So what we're going to do is basically turn it into a Thai styled stir fry. So I want to get a marinade made first. I've got soy sauce in the bowl. What I want to do is just put some grated ginger into that. So just using the microplane that some people will be familiar with. So the more or the less you like the ginger, the more you're going to put in. So we'll just scrape that into our bowl. And to that, a tablespoon of brown sugar. Now, of course, the longer you marinate the food, the better it's going to be. So the marinade for me today is going to be a very short amount of time. So we'll get into this lamb. So these little top sides are quite thin, but ideal for doing this style of cookery. So we'll use both of them. So all we're going to do is cut them into nice long strips. And then we're going to put this straight into the marinade. So let's just get them coated in that marinade. Just leave that sitting on the side. Right, I'm going to get the actual stir fry underway. So nice hot pan, I've got some peanut oil, and I am going to put my lamb straight in there. As we said, the longer you leave it, the better, but I want to get it cooking. So with any Asian style dish, the quicker you get it cooked off, the better. In goes the vegetables. They've already been blanched. So they don't need much cooking at all. So if you don't know what blanching is, pot of boiling water, throw them in, part cook them, pull them out, put them into a container of cold water. That stops the cooking process and refreshes them. So again, it's an Asian or a Thai dish using local ingredients, and we can use our spinach, sorry, not our spinach, our silver beet, which can be likes of, if we were in Asia, would be the bok choy, those sort of style things. Now we're going to have to serve this with a hot and sour sauce. So in the microwave I've got sitting some lime juice. I've got a dash of fish sauce in there, which is of course a classic Thai ingredient. Hard to get fresh lemongrass, so I've got some chopped lemongrass in there as well. And we're going to just heat that in the microwave. So our silver beet won't take very long at all in there, so I'm going to put that in now, and that will just wilt down very quickly. So again, you could go to the farmer's market on a Sunday, buy your vegetables, buy some of the Leland's lamb. Most people have probably got soya sauce and those sorts of things in their cupboard, so they can make a little marinade of some description. If you've got a wok as well, wok would work really good. We can bring over our plate. So as you can see, it doesn't take very long at all. Into our plate. And then we can add on top of that our hot sour sauce. That's just going to bring through those nice Asian flavours. Plate, a bit of a wipe. And I've got a wee bit of coriander here just to finish it off. So there is our Leland's top side of lamb with the vegetables in that hot and sour sauce. Enjoy that one. I'll see you next time.